Hi everyone, it's Tucker from Delta Drive Design. I know it's been a while since I posted, so I wanted to take a minute to tell you guys what I've been up to and kind of give a plan for what I have in store for the rest of the year. So the last couple months, work's been busy. That's been keeping me busy. And then this spring, I also took a few months to launch a product, which was a very educational experience. I went to, I don't know if anyone on this who follow me are aware of Matt's Off-Road Recovery and the games that he does in the spring. So this year was the Off-Road Games, which was kind of a spin-off of the Wrecker Games he did last year. And so I had an idea for a lighting product. Figured it'd be a great opportunity to kind of get my feet wet with the vendor show kind of thing, learning that experience. So I put together this product, which is it's right here. It's a lighting system. It's easy rock lights, with the idea being it's lighting with a backbone. So it's a traditional individually addressable LED system, but it's also got a rigid aluminum backbone, so you can mold it to your undercarriage. That way you don't have to worry about if like a zip tie or a anchor comes loose. It's not gonna like flop down too bad and get inside like a drive shaft or your wheel or something. So I designed that system and I make it all in house. It's like a double coated system with an inner IP65 and an outer IP67 to hold the whole backbone and LED system together. So that's kind of the innovation behind this product. And I also developed a line of hitch pin controller. So the whole thing is powered off a 4-pin hitch controller. So that means you don't have to do any wiring, you just plug it in, turn your lights on, you're good to go. And as well as that box, I also developed like a 4-channel control box. So if you wanted to, you could turn them on individually without going into the app. So I developed that product and took it to the vendor show, and which was an amazing experience. Like I've never done that kind of thing before. And the weather was interesting. I now know why it was at Sand Hollow in Utah. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that, but it's near Hurricane, Utah, which apparently gets its name, I think, because it's windy all the time. We ate probably 5 pounds of sand while we were there. So everything, even the display is covered in sand. So, but I'll probably go back next year, maybe as a vendor, maybe just as a viewer. We'll see if I can get this product to take off. I've got a website. You're welcome to check it out. Again, this is kind of my first time learning, so I'm still working on getting that website, fully populated with content and pictures and stuff. So it's, don't beat me up too bad on that right now. But I do have products for sale if anyone's interested. Or just, shoot me an email, give me a call, whatever, we can talk about it. So yeah, that took up a lot of my time this spring, because again, it was my first time. And so now I'm circling back and I'm trying to get back on pace with the M677 project. And interesting thing I found out this spring, there's I don't know if anyone in this community is aware of onX builds or onX maps. They sponsor kind of a channel that does build challenges. And so last year they did like an off-road build challenge where they took 3 YouTube channels and had them take like a basic 4x4 vehicle, test it out, and then throw a bunch or cheaply make it an ultimate off-road vehicle. And so now they're doing another version, which is, as far as I can tell, the theme is an overlanding challenge where they'll go somewhere in the Rubicon and end up in SEMA. And it's a bigger challenge. They've got 7 YouTube channels. And then they did a cool thing. They opened it up to one viewer as a wild card entry. And the challenge is in October, which does align. Like I really want to get the M677 at the bare minimum, running as like a functional vehicle, so I can take it off road, drive it to work. It may not have all the creature comforts like all the AC and power window or functioning windows and everything, but at least as a functioning core that's not going to break down. My goal is October, mostly so I could take it hunting. But that does align with the challenge, so I was like, well, might as well. Which actually, funny story, the hotel we stayed in Hurricane, right next to the hotel is a restaurant called Might As Well. So now it's a ongoing joke, might as well. Sorry, a little side story. But So yeah, so I've got a video putting together as a submission video to put this in there because I think it'd be super cool to see, like an FC competing in one of these online challenges. I know Roy Wallace, he's got a really well done M677. Like he's out there in the public, but again, this would be another way to get some exposure to the FC community because these things are worth preserving and restoring and retro restoration like I'm doing. But yeah, so that's kind of the long-term vision, but short-term vision, I want to get this thing running in the next like month or so, at least driving as like a chassis, and then start working on getting sheet metal in some sort of functional state because it's got all the holes in it, and get it kind of sealed in, get some glass cut for it. Again, kind of getting it just to the point where I can drive it and use it this fall or winter. I think that'd be phenomenal. I also do have a couple other products that I may end up launching this year or early next year, so that's kind of on the plan for this year. Just really trying to find something else besides working for the man, because I know we all kind of have that vision, the entrepreneurial vision, to do something on our own. So I'm working on that. So that's on the agenda, and then I also have to help support the M677 project. I've got I need to finish up the bead roller, which at some point maybe I'll show you the backbone that I use for this product. I actually make with the bead roller. I design my own dies and stuff, and I form it myself, which ended up working out really well with the 3D printed power assist, which I think was 2 videos ago or so. And so anyways, I get that finished up so that I can start doing like bed sheet metal, floor sheet metal, door sheet metal, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna get that finished. And I've also got a magnetic sheet metal brake idea that I've been tossing around. I got a bunch of electromagnets, and I'm gonna work on potentially making like an 8-foot electromagnetic brake, which is very similar to Magna Bend. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that company. It's an Australian guy. And he made those back in, I think, the 80s and 90s. Patent expired, and he sold the technology off to a Chinese company. But he's maintained a website where he's got all the information on the circuit designs, like actually having how to build your own. And so I'm going to spin that off. I've got all these electromagnets. I've found that if I run, rather than 12 volts or 24 volts through them, I can do 10, 20-second pulses of 220 and get significant, like several ton clamping forces out of these things. So the idea being I can line a 8-foot channel with them and get, I think my calculations are 6 to 7 tons of clamping force, which would be enough to do like 16 gauge sheet metal like I needed to do on the M677. So that's a project I'm potentially working on this year. It really depends on if I get into that competition or not, because that'll divert a lot of my time to focus on getting that ready for a competition rather than just functional. And so then I also I've got a bunch of video content from like last year. I just haven't posted like the conclusion to the 3D printed bead roller. I think I only did half of it. I need to post the other half. And like anyone who's ever done a YouTube video, editing is like twice the amount of work as doing the actual work. So I've got a handful of videos I'd like to get posted. So my goal is to try to post like a video a week or a video every 2 weeks, or maybe more if I can. So I'm always doing something. I'm always taking video. It's just that following up and editing it and posting it so that you all can enjoy it. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. Let's see if I have anything else. I've got a English wheel I bought last year that maybe I'll learn how to use it on camera. It's like I need to do some panel shaping and molding and stuff, and yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, again, I just wanted to give everyone kind of an update before I start posting videos, and you're like, hey, what's going on? Where have you been for the last 3 or 4 months? Which I know is not unexpected in the YouTube sphere, but just wanted to give the courtesy and let you guys know. All right, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. See ya.